What is going on? What is going on, Cancer family? Welcome, you guys. Welcome to the live. Happy Money Getting Monday. First and foremost, can y'all hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Hello, you guys. Okay. I see the yeses in the chat. Welcome, y'all. All right. So, first and foremost, let's get the shout outs in, okay, before we get into this message, child. Or before I get into this, can we talk? I should say, Queen Moi. Welcome to the live, honey. If you are still in the chat, Spitter, welcome. If you are still in the chat, Anthony, welcome to you as well. I'm not sure if y'all are still in the chat. If y'all are, chime in, honey. Let me know y'all still are still present. Okay. Shuni, we got Pariah, Lovely Beauty, welcome. Little bit. Girl, I've been emailing you, but every email I have sent to you keeps getting returned, saying that your email address is not active or something like that, child. So send me an email. Let me know what other email address I should be sending your reading to. Blessed Truth Seeker, welcome. Sugar Cookie, welcome to the live. Shout out to you in Kansas, honey. Divine Empress, welcome. Queen Creative, Pretty Lady, Dominique, welcome. Valerie, Andrea, Maria, IJ Eves, welcome. That Brooklyn baby. We got Whitney in the building. Welcome, Whitney. It has been a minute, honey. Kiara, welcome. Shaquina, good morning and welcome. Peace, love, and joy. On your day off? How that happen? Today I have a business with my meeting coach. I have a meeting with my business coach. Child, what the hell? That's what's up then, Joy. I feel like that's exactly what Spirit has been leading and guiding you to then. Sherrod, welcome. Lala in the building. Welcome to the live. Stacy is in the building. Piece by piece with Shanice. Hello. Damn, we jumped up, y'all. Wait a minute. Kat is in the building. Grand Rising. I love you more. Family first. Ethereal Mermaid. Grand Rising to you all. Miss Quetta, welcome to the live. Danita is in the house. Tamia, I'm gonna get into everything in just a moment, okay? Tamia, no bursting in the tears, honey. Isha in the building. Cassandra, welcome. Spitter is still in the building. What's going on? We're gonna get into it, child. We're gonna get into it. Andrew, welcome. Oh, la, thank you so much. Spitter talking about a little bit. Yeah, what email address we need to reach you? I'm weak, honey. Brianna is in the building. You haven't missed anything yet, Brianna. I've been waiting, letting people get into the live chat. The title got me shook. Butterfly Goddess, welcome. Tiffany's Choice, welcome. Living for God, good morning and welcome, honey. You're getting married, period, Pooh, congratulations. J Finesse, oh my goodness, that is such good news. Tiffany, I'm so freaking happy for you. Sophian, welcome. Emerald in the building. Taryn, hello. Okay, y'all, we got enough people in the chat, child. So first and foremost, I'm gonna start by saying this feeling has been on me heavily for the past few years, y'all. It's been some years that I've been feeling this way. And I've been trying to fight the feeling, trying to fight the urge. I mean, you never know. I know I'm the type of person, I don't necessarily show or wear my feelings and such in the true Cancer tense on my sleeve, child. I really don't. I will show up with a smile on my face and you will just never know. And I will say this too, for those of y'all who, I've been doing hella personal readings recently, right? If you received a personal reading from me, look at your reading and you ask me, or you tell me, could you tell that I have been really depressed, bruh, lately? I know you can't. I'm going to answer the question for myself. You can't, okay, because I don't bring that type of energy to the channel. I have always been that way. For those of y'all who've been following me for a long time, you already know what time it is, okay? So, like I said, for the past few years, I have been feeling like, I don't know, bro. I don't want to do tarot anymore. And it's been a lot heavier on me as of late. These past couple months, it has really been weighing on my spirit. Like, I don't know what you want me to do, spirit. You know what I'm saying? I've had my moments of being in tears, everything, because it's just like, I don't know. I thought this was what I was supposed to be doing. I thought I was doing the right thing, but now it's just like, it's not giving me the same fulfillment that it once did. And last night, I feel like this is where, really, I'm going to say yesterday, period. But last night is when I decided to do this reading. I mean, to do this live, okay? So first and foremost, I think I have gotten past, have grown beyond the things that we're talking about constantly with tarot readings, bro. Like, it drains me talking about other people when in my personal life, I don't care about anything related to another person unless they are people in my nucleus. You know what I'm saying? Family, of course, my children. When I say family, I'm speaking of them and them only. And truth be told, there's really nothing outside of that. I don't really care to focus on relationships external to the relationship that I have with myself, and then the relationship that I am cultivating with my children as they get older, right? So it's like, I feel like I'm not helping in the way, like when I first started, I always felt like what I was doing was helping so many people. And now I don't feel like I'm helping anyone. And that is where the problem comes in for me specifically. I can't do stuff just for money. Any job that I have had, I've learned this shit about myself and studying my own birth chart. I know what I need to be doing in order to feel fulfilled. And that means that I have to be walking in my purpose. It has to be something that there's depth in what it is that I do, meaning there is a deeper meaning to what I do. The financial aspect of things is just kind of like a bonus. But when it comes to what I have been doing, these reads and stuff like that, I try to do readings and be in the energy that I'm in, but I also feel like those readings don't necessarily get the same response, I'll say. And so sometimes I find myself doing what I think the collective wants to hear or wants me to do. Does that make sense? I also feel like, and it's so funny because I had a client that reached out to me. You know who you are, honey. But something that she said to me in an email meant so much to me because I have been in that same space for the longest, of course, but I've been in this space where I want my readings to be more geared towards exactly what she was talking about, which is doing your own shadow work, bruh. At the end of the day, you can come to me or any reader for that matter for insight, for confirmation on things, but I don't want anyone, personally speaking, specifically in regards to myself, to depend on me, rely on me only for your insight, because at the end of the day, we are all tapped in, tuned in, and turned on to the same source, regardless of what you refer to source as, because source energy has many names, child, and sometimes that's what sets up a lot of discourse and a lot of separation amongst people, because we think that we're talking about different things, but everybody has the right to consider source as whatever you choose to consider it as, whatever terminology works best for you. Okay, so we making sense, okay? So at the end of the day, my point is that I cannot do tarot in the way that I have been doing it anymore. It is killing me, bruh. I want my readings to still be uplifting and enlightening, but sitting around talking about karmics and divine counterparts and all of that type stuff, it's just like, even money, bruh, when you are aligned within yourself, your higher self, when you are aligned, all of those things are going to fall into place. Tiffany, you in the building, you getting married. Can I get an amen? Okay, because you're walking into a completely different chapter within your life, all right? And I feel like when you are aligned within yourself and really taking care of yourself, like yesterday I was just thinking so heavily about how I just want to take care of me. And I know a lot of times in my own life, I'm not going to speak for y'all. I'm going to speak for myself, and you can chime in and let me know if it resonates for you, because I want this to be a back and forth conversation, y'all. That's why it's a can we talk? Can we talk? Not can I talk? Okay. I know I can talk. But back to what I was saying. I have definitely had moments where I felt like, why don't I have anyone that can support me? You know, the people that you expect to love you, support you, be there for you, encourage you, cheer you on, all of that type ish, you know, they're never there. And so it's always like, damn, like, why don't I have anyone that does this or does that, or that I feel like is there to take care of me, right? Amen. You saved me so many times and you have coached me to this point. You have gotten me out of some really low places. Just know I'll follow you wherever, even to the damn moon. Period, Tiffany. I love it. I have been feeling exactly how you feel. Okay, la, period. So, like, instead of being so focused on what somebody else is doing for me or what somebody else is not doing for me, I focus more and have been in these latter months, like I said, and everything kind of just reached kind of like the tip of the iceberg in a sense yesterday for me. Like, damn, this is what it has been all along, Spirit. Because I'm a firm believer, when you have questions, you have to sit with them damn questions, bro. You really do. And you just allow Spirit to bring you the answers when Spirit brings you the answers. You can't rush it. Okay? You have to be patient. Definitely is going to work on your patience, child. But yesterday was that point for me. And I found myself in tears, because not like sadness, just happiness, and feeling completely fulfilled with my decision that I'm going to do what I'm being called to do on this channel. I can't focus on who going to watch and who going to listen. I can realize how this can weigh heavy on you, but I want you to be true to yourself. As long as I can reach you still, you can quit. I am quitting doing them in the way that I've been doing them, and I don't want to allow myself to get caught up on, but what if they don't get any views? What if this? What if that? Then that's just what it is. But I'm going to do what I'm called to do. And I feel like I really and truly believe wholeheartedly that those of you guys who have been feeling that same way, because I can't be the only one who've been feeling the same damn way, like, you will resonate and you will enjoy the way in which things are moving when it comes to this channel. Okay? If you want the old readings, go to the second channel if you can find it. Okay? Because once again, I don't give out the name of that second channel for a reason. It's like, I want those who are who align with that energy. You'll find it if you align with that energy, you know? And that's just how I am. So at the end of the day, yesterday, like I said, I cried. I felt so grounded within myself, because it's like, okay, I know what to do now. And I'm not afraid to do what it is that I'm being guided to do, you know? And ultimately it was stemming from a space of, as I said before, like, I'm focused on doing what I need to do for me. Like, I want to take care of me. Y'all don't even understand how good. If you feel like that for real, chime in, because that is a good ass feeling. Instead of being like, oh, I just want to take care of this person and take care of that person. It's like the way in which I long for being able to be there for my children and take care of my children. And if I was in a relationship, I would want to be the woman that cares for my man. You feel me? But in the same token, I feel just as strongly about wanting to give myself that same thing, because to be honest, I don't think nobody can love me like I can love me. Ooh, can I get somebody else to type that, child? Can't nobody love me like I can love me. My love is like, whoa. My love is good. You feel me? And the things that I do for other people, doing that shit for myself, it feels good. It feels like a warm blanket. It feels like the mother I never had. And that's real, y'all. This is not coming from a space of surface or even egotistical anything. This shit is genuine. Can't nobody love me like I love me. Period, y'all. Yes, I want the extra soft life, and can't nobody love me like I can love me, so I'm giving myself the soft life. Okay, KC. Can't nobody. Now, KC. Well, look, I'm sorry. I didn't already did it now, but I ain't going to do this no more, y'all. I try not to call out people who I be doing personal readings for, because I don't know how y'all feel about that. Like, sometimes, you might not want people to know. So I try to be anonymous in that regard. But honestly, Casey, you got a reading from me recently, right? When you saw the playback to your reading, could you tell that I was depressed? Because I've been feeling depressed. I'm going to say since my birthday, child. Really before my birthday, but I've been trying. I've been trying because it's like, Spirit, I don't know what this is, but I need some answers. I said it's been a couple of months, child. I'm not playing. I'm not capping about that. Can't nobody love me like I can love me. Period. Mr. Austin Text Taz, welcome to the live. This resonates. Great. Scarlet Empress is in the building. But yeah, y'all, like, I have been really not feeling myself. And I don't like it, child. I really don't. At the end of the day, if you're not doing and walking in your truth and being authentic to yourself, you are not going to be fulfilled. You won't be happy. Sometimes we tend to think, oh, that job is going to fix it though. If I was working on this particular job, I'm receiving this amount of money, these benefits. Or if I was in that relationship, if I had that man that I want so bad, or that woman that I want so bad, then I would feel better. That would fix it. Wrong. It really won't, child. The only thing that's going to fix it is you being right with you. I can't express or stress that enough. And because that's how I truly feel, it's hard doing readings where the sole focus is on something external to yourself that's going to make you feel good, make you feel better about yourself. It's going to bring some sort of magical fucking happiness all of a sudden into your life. Because at the end of the day, child, with more money means think about it. If you get the job that's making more money, right? Your choices are going to change versus the choices that you was making when you wasn't making that money. And what I mean by that, a lot of times what you end up doing is, now I can afford to live in a bigger place. Now I can afford to do whatever more there is to do because financially you are able to do so. And now you put yourself in the same predicament that you were in when you were making less. You're in a nicer place or driving a nicer car or whatever it is, honey, but you still got them bills. You still got to pay them bills. And with more money, that's why they say more money, more problems. You know what I'm saying? That's what the hell that means, because it's not that the money is the problem, it's the choices you make when you got the money. People will literally start to live above their means because they got the money to do so. But that's putting you still in a tough spot because you got to maintain whatever choices you make. Do you feel me? Thank you, Sophie. But I'm okay now. I am okay now, child, because again, I just feel like, oh, Brooklyn, baby, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, Sophie. I see that now. I used to want to help people until they burn me out. I might sound selfish, but it's time to level up even when they don't want to elevate. Success and is peace for me now. I think the thing that makes me feel burnt out is what I just expressed. When I feel like what I'm doing is just regurgitating the same shit that's keeping you stuck. And it's not only keeping you stuck, it's keeping me stuck. Because I'm choosing to kind of stay stagnant myself within my own growth just so that I can appease where someone else is in their growth, you know? That's why, like, certain friendships, even in my past, bro, I outgrew them. I don't want to talk about the same shit that we talking about in the chats, in the text messages. It's not feeding my spirit. And ultimately, I have grown past those stages, you know? Like, I want to talk to people on some real friend wise. I was having this conversation last night, right? I want friendships that are solid in the sense of we're talking about ways that we're elevating. If it's business, we can talk about that. I want to be able to be like, oh, this is my gym buddy. We go to the gym together. We hold each other accountable. We are sharing recipes, child, from different meals that we're eating. Try this out, try that out. Shit like that that's going to help me stay in alignment. Not that I need anybody to help me with those things, but what I'm saying is I want to deal with people who are on that same frequency, because I know that it'll be a match. You know what I'm saying? Like, there'll be compatibility, because that's where I am in my life. And it's okay to talk about things like going for drinks. I like to go for drinks, child. I like to eat. I like to drink. And if I could, I would like to smoke too. But it's been some years, child. It's been some years I had to build up some discipline in that regard. And truth be told, I don't even know that would be something that I return to. I joke about it, but it's been so long now, and I don't want to go back to a space of dependency. That's kind of like I'm gonna say a fear in the back of my mind. It really is, because I don't want to be dependent on any damn thing, you know? But I definitely had some dependency in that regard. Anywho, those are the types of relationships and relationship dynamics that I want in my life. And to feel like I don't have to always keep everything that I think about inside. Because I like to talk, child, and I don't know if y'all know this. I do like to talk. But it's like sometimes you deal with people that you feel like you can't really open up and talk about the things that matter to you, or it's just certain things that you feel you have to kind of gatekeep about yourself. so that you are not being judged or looked at in a certain type of way. And I don't want to have to question that kind of shit with the people that I let into my life either. If I have to question that, then you don't belong in my life. If my nervous system feel weird around you, then that's already telling me something ain't right and there's a lack of compatibility. But a lot of times we don't listen to that. We don't listen to our bodies and how our bodies react around certain people. If you tense up, even if it's somebody you call a friend, but when they call your phone, you tense up like, what this person want. Or while you're talking, you have a thought that crosses your mind, and then you automatically tense up and be like, yeah, I can't talk about it. I can't say this. I can't say that. Why are you tensing up? Why are you feeling so much anxiety? You know what I'm saying? Nicole, I'm sorry, I'm paying attention to the chat again now. So if anybody came in and I didn't shout you out, I apologize. I didn't see you. Laverne. What I meant was, I see now having a significant other does not make me, and it doesn't. But none of the things that we think external to ourselves is going to make us happier, or whatever label we put on it, child, is the truth. Only you got the power to do that. Not gonna lie, I've been burnt out on helping people. Just the other day, I was asking my children what they wanted for Christmas. My daughter turned around and asked me what I wanted. Oh, isn't that just the sweetest? I found out I have autism and ADHD, so it also explains a lot with my thing with people too, and the judgment. Exactly. And sometimes that's the thing too, like you and even in you finding out, that is a form of you taking care of yourself. Hello, True. Hello, Shanice. I feel and understand how you feel about the title. I'm at the point of hearing the same stories or messages. Most of the time, it's not my energy. My energy been off as well. Okay. And I do not align. Knowing I have a mental disorder helped me forgive myself a lot, especially for feeling like people just thinking weirdly. Thinking you're weird. And at the end of the day, autism and ADHD does not make you weird at all. You think differently. And 9 times out of 10, you are probably way more direct than a lot of people around you. Because a lot of people are, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to use programmed because I can't think of the word that I'm looking for specifically, but people have conditioned. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. People are conditioned to be a certain way within society. And so it's like, I can't be direct because then this might offend this person or it might offend that person. And you're constantly thinking about what you need to say or want to say without saying it. Whereas I've noticed that people with autism, honey, they gonna tell you exactly what the fuck they feel, and it ain't even got nothing to do with trying to hurt your feelings or trying to disrespect you or trying to make you feel some type of way. The fact that you do is something you got to deal with within yourself. They just being fucking direct. You know what I'm saying? No sugarcoating. And you have to be direct with them as well. Because if you think they finna be trying to read in between the damn lines of what you said, you're wrong. That's not how your brain is wired. Yeah, exactly. It can come out. People can take it as you being rude, but it ain't got nothing to do with rudeness. Oh, your daughter has my birthday. My daughter is born July 16th. She's autistic. She is smart. Exactly, a little genius. Okay. And definitely speak her mind. Period. Valerie said, I can't sugarcoat. I know that's right. But at the end of the day, that's just where I am with my growth in my journey and my walk with spirit, child. I want to focus on me. I'm just saying, child, like, do the things that make me happy. And even figure out more things to do, you know, more hobbies, more activities that I can do, really soak up the things that I've accomplished, where I am, what I get to do, what I get to see every day. Like, really take in the freaking experience. And not just that, but really and truly be open and be able to receive the love that is given to me. Because I know, Cancer, we will stop ourselves from feeling the love that we want to feel also, because you feel unsafe to allow yourself to feel it. Because there's a part of you that feels like, but what if this person switch up? Or what if this changes? What if I get too attached and then something change? You'll live. You'll be all right, child. That ain't gonna kill you. A likability contest is real, Sophian. I can understand that, what you're talking about with the workplace, because, child, it definitely is that. It's like school. It's like being in fucking school all over again. You guys are dope as fuck. The world can handle difference more time. Fact. That's a fact. Being a zombie is a norm. It really is, child. I be saying that all the time. Like, people really don't understand that they are the walking dead. Like, you think because you're not walking around stinking up the motherfucking place and looking like you rotting to death. Some of these folks do be stinking up the place and looking like they rotted to death, but that's not a everybody thing. You know what I'm saying? But just because you're not looking like the depiction of the Walking Dead in the show, do not mean you are not the Walking Dead. Definitely pour into yourself. It's our time to care for us. It's been our time to care for us is the thing. We just been choosing to look at everything outside of ourselves. I feel like now is the time that we're realizing that. Danielle, I appreciate you for what you're saying, but go back to the beginning and watch it in full so you can understand. I want to ask our soul tribe to pray for me in the loss of my son, Scarlett. Scarlett, no way. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my gosh. Please, everyone, send prayers Scarlett's way, because that is tough. I don't know. The loss of a child. Have to have his service tomorrow to be the first time I see him without a heartbeat. Oh my God. I'm glad to know a lot of y'all are feeling the same. I'm so glad that I decided to do this live too, because I was torn between whether or not I should or shouldn't. Yes. And not only that, y'all, I set this channel up, my intention, not just to help from, like me sharing what I can share to help, but also for the community. And I haven't done lives. I've been not really doing that many lives lately. It's been a minute. Sometimes I pop up and then I disappear again, child, because I've been going through my own little storm internally. And then it's like I definitely don't do these types of lives anymore because I started kind of feeling, I'm not gonna lie, child, I started kind of feeling like I extended myself outside of my channel before. And I'm not going to say I got burned, but I will say that I somewhat regretted it. I regretted doing that. And once I got to that space of, damn, I should have never done this, that's when I started feeling like, yeah, you need to treat this like a business. This is a professional space. Ain't nothing outside of it, of this, period. Because you just gotta be wiser in that regard. And it put me in a space of feeling like I can't share, I can't be vulnerable, I can't be open in the way that I was when I first started. Because I used to do these Can We Talks a lot. Valda, no ma'am. I said what it is that I don't want to do readings in the way that I've been doing them. And this has been something that has been on my spirit for the past couple years. But for the past few months, it's been weighing on me a lot heavier. So it's like I feel like I've been holding myself back and keeping myself stagnant within my own growth and doing what I feel like the collective will want to see or hear. Like what's going to get the clicks, what's going to get the views. And that ain't even how I started my channel. And I don't want that to be the way that I'm operating in this space, because it is very draining. It's gonna be fine. We live and learn. You can't mix with all. That's true. But I really hate that Discord got messed up the way that it did. Hopefully we can have conversation about raw sea moss. Yes, honey. Love me some sea moss. Okay. And the shea butter. Like to eat out. Like to work out. Different herbs and spices, grow different plants. I love it. I appreciate your honesty. FYI, the reading that I received was exactly what I needed. Very self-love focused. Thank you. I was seeing your comments under it when you watched it, but child, like I said, I had been in my own little world in my head and just dealing with personal stuff with my children, But so happy you'll still be here. Yeah, but it's not gonna be in the same way. I like eating out, having my drinks, period. Okay. Girl, I got a heart condition. Started having palpitations. I'm so sorry, Valda. I'm so sorry. But yes, like, what was I saying, child? Talking about yeah, I was just kind of closing myself off. I'm pretty sure, honestly speaking, it's pretty obvious when I first started doing this channel and everything like that. I was a lot more transparent and just open and shared as much as I could. But then I started not being as open and not doing as much sharing, only coming up, showing up for doing readings, and then I'm gone. Like and that's not, again, I set this space up for the community. Okay? Thank you, Casey. Oh, Emerald, thank you. Emerald, I sent you an email back. You sent me an invitation. I tried to RSVP and it sent me to a page that said error. So it wouldn't let me RSVP. I go in and out with it. I also want to share, but I feel like it can be harmful in the wrong hands, if you know what I mean. And work follows along. Yeah, I can definitely understand that. But I didn't set this space up to operate within this space in the same way that I have operated within certain dynamics in my personal life. It's a no for me. This is a safe space. You feel me? And it really has. Oh, it was spam. Okay. But so, what was I about to say? I don't want to operate in that same type of energy where you just feel like everybody, like, I can't trust. I have to be mindful of this and mindful of that. Like, spirit, and none of the people, let me clarify, none of the people that I have communicated outside of this channel with have done any harm to me. Okay? Not anything personally. It was just certain things that I pay attention to. And it's just like, this is not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not like it's been, oh, this person burned me, stabbed me in my back. You can't really burn or stab somebody in the back when you don't really know them. You know? But I do feel like some of the advice that I have given has rubbed people the wrong way. It sometimes can rub you the wrong way, and you got to understand, if you listen to my readings and you see how I operate in my readings, you got to know that I'm like that, or even sometimes worse in real life. So if you want to be a friend, then you got to really be willing to be accountable, and I will hold you accountable. You know, you say you want to better yourself. Okay, then how are we going to do this? If I see that, okay, you just talking, then you're not going to hear from me again. And it's not even coming from a negative space, because I get that everybody is not ready to make the changes that are required of them. And I'm gonna give you an example. If you say, I want to be a doctor, right? And I said this in somebody's personal reading. I spoke about how Cancers are always spending their present moment. In the present, you're supposed to be doing things to align yourself with the future that you want, right? But instead, what we do is we presently think about the past and ruminate on the past, or we're presently thinking about the future in the sense of, what if this doesn't happen? What if that doesn't happen? I don't know if it's going to happen. And so you're anxious, you're scared, you're worried that things are just going to always be what they are. Instead of, if I want to be a doctor, then my present moment, I need to be in school, right? I need to make sure every day I'm presently waking up and taking my ass to school, doing what I need to do, because that is going to guarantee, if I continue to do that and I continue to put my schooling first, making good grades, keeping my GPA where it needs to be so I don't get the boot, right? If I'm doing that, then there is no doubt that you're going to get the degree at the end of your studies and you're going to be the doctor. So the doctor, the future you is already a doctor. You're just walking in the steps presently that you have to take to get there, versus, oh, I really want to be a doctor, but I don't know if I'm going to ever do that. I don't know if I should even do it. Is that what I should be doing? Like, you're spending your present moment doing things that are not helping you get any closer to being a doctor. You want to lose weight. Oh man, I want to lose weight. I need to lose weight. I want to feel better about myself when I look at myself in the mirror. But presently, all you're doing is choosing the same shit that's got you in the space that you're in now. I'ma tell you that. Like, okay, so what we gonna do? Are we going to go for a walk today? Did you take a walk today? How long did you walk, child? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, let's walk together. I don't know. Let's take a walk, honey. I've had friends, like, in the past, in real life, okay, that's like, yeah, girl, I'm gonna go to the gym with you, and you trying to fuck up my gym routine, because when I come to pick your ass up, you ain't answering your phone. I'm gonna leave you. And I'm going to go to the gym, and I will see your ass whenever I come from the gym. And you're going to be like, oh, you still went? Yes, I did. I sure did. I'm going to pull up. You don't answer your phone, or you not coming outside. Okay, I'm not going to do this again. You have a certain amount of, I'll give you 3 strikes. But after that, it's just like, well, I did what I can, child. Now you'll only see, you don't really see me as often, because you ain't really trying to make no change. I love it, True. That's how I am. It's a true trait, okay? My patience stand for people who always talking about stuff or complaining about things that they don't change. That'll make me run away from you. Yeah. No complaining without changing, child. And it's not like it makes me mad or anything. Now, it used to. Because I used to feel like, what, you trying to sabotage me or some shit, child? You see me doing something, you say you want to do it too, and then whenever the opportunity comes, you're trying to delay me from doing what I need to do. It ain't gonna happen, okay? But when it comes to like the spaces where I have extended myself outside of this channel, and I'm specifically talking about a long time ago, y'all. This started around like Georgia. I was still living in Georgia, But regardless, even with relationship drama, I'm not going to encourage you to stay in a relationship where you're being disrespected. I'm going to tell you, that nigga ain't shit. I'm that person. But, that can put you being the bad guy. And y'all know how relationships go, child. When you dealing with somebody unhealthy, you tell them, oh, this person say that I should leave you alone. They gonna start talking shit about you and paint you out to be, oh, she just jealous and da 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 da. Child, I'll never be jealous of a no good piece of shit motherfucker. I'll never be jealous. I don't have that in my life. Fuck you mean? Like, that's easy to come by. And I can't have nobody thinking that I'm jealous of of their drama. Hell no. And I'm not even saying that's what happened. I just know that can be, it's like, you give me them vibes that if some shit like that happened, you will believe it. And then you will start looking at me as the enemy. So I'm going to bow out. I'm going to bow out before we even get to that point. Been following you and your journey for years now. We practically family. Period. We are. Support fellow Cancerian pushing positive ancestral music. Artist Veil 369. Period. I'm quitting Prodigy if you're still in the building, honey. I am quitting in the way that I have been doing it. It's okay. I'll explain again. I'm saying that the way in which I've been doing the readings lately for the past few years, if I'm being completely open and honest, has been what's going to get the views? What are people going to tune into? I got to keep it entertaining and interesting and talk about things that really is kind of like keeping me stagnant. And I feel like it's also keeping the collective stagnant. And that's not what I set this channel up for. I wanted to be able to help people to grow and ascend. And really change their lives for the better. That's what makes me happy. Okay, not hearing that you're still stuck in the same loop. That shit is draining and it is exhausting, and it does not fulfill me or make me feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose. And so that has been having me very depressed, to be honest. And so I can no longer do that. And whether you tune in or not, I'm going to do what Spirit is guiding me to do. We love the realness, though. We be needing to hear these real messages, tell it how it is, not what they want to hear, but what they need to hear. Exactly. Twin. I will continue to follow. I think you are one of the greatest out here. Thank you, and have been for a while. Yes, I'm so tired of that narrative about people and just even focusing so much on when is my person coming? Am I going to meet my person? Do I know my person? When this money coming? When I'm going to get rich? When I'm like, it's not going to fix any of what you're dealing with. Jada, go back and listen to the video. It's not what you think. I was led to True at the beginning of my spiritual journey, and it will be deeply missed. She is always a part of my soul tribe and heart. Thank you. Your intuitive hits be super on point. You inspired me a lot, and my tarot channel, period. I love that. I don't give a damn about the men in relationships I follow for my life path. There we go. And see, so I don't want, for those of y'all who are feeling the same way, for y'all to have to be stuck listening to the same rhetoric either. It's so many channels you can watch for that. Hell, even if you come across the second channel, watch that one. Like, all of that is over there, okay? 4 years ago, I started watching. I loved your delivery so much. I had to tip, you don't change, be you. Period. I love that. Some of y'all, I've never seen you before. 4 years ago, you done been around. You're giving the world your personal reading publicly. Yes, I am. And this is what I intended to do. It's like, Originally, like I said, starting this channel was all about building community, a safe space for everybody to just be open. Because again, Cancer's got the best love, child. And like I said, I'm just more aligned with, I gotta put me first. Like, I gotta love me, bro. That's where I'm at. Like, I just want to pour into me. But I want you guys to, I want to be that example, I guess you could say, of how you do that. Help walk you through that. Like, everything else is going to fall into place. I promise you it will. The love will come in. The money will come in. Everything that you want, successfully speaking, is going to come in. But you first have to really cultivate that relationship within. Bars, I'm just saying. I'm so keen on just real messages, period. Focused on evolution. And that's what I want over here. We're evolving. Gotta put me first, Lucius. Been watching since you was in Georgia. Shay's got it like, I know, honey, I remember. Always gonna run across my mind. Anthony. Sean is in the building. Sean, oh damn, I did it again. You know what? I need to calm down. But Sean, when you got your personal reading, honey, and you listen to the playback, if you still in the chat, let me know that you still here, first of all. But my question is, did it come across to you that I was depressed in that reading? You have to evolve, true, and the dead will fall off. Yep. And I realized that too, because that's another thing that's been kind of like, but what if, the things that I'm talking about and the way that I'm reading now is boring for people? Like, what if it's boring, Spirit? Nobody's gonna watch. And Spirit is like, okay, well, then, the ones that don't watch, they ain't supposed to watch. You could? Oh, I feel seen. Honestly, that makes me feel good because I feel so much like people just never know whenever I'm going through shit, bruh. And I be wanting people to notice. You want a person to notice, like, damn, something is wrong with True. What, you good? You okay? Cause damn, like, I be picking up, I be noticing, I be knowing what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna check on you. Your true tribe can tell. I love that. I knew and sent the message to you right before your birthday. The ones who's supposed to watch will resonate. I agree. And that's why I'm saying I'm not afraid of it anymore. Spirit's been calling this on me for the longest. And you know what else I'm going to be honest about? I said I wasn't going to talk about this. But you know what? This is a safe space. Like I said this has been something that has been on me for the past few years. I'm going to say about 2, might even been 3 years at this point, right? And I've noticed that me disobeying, I already been dropping in views. Like, you trying to hold on and do what you think people want to hear and shit like this, and Spirit is like, that ain't what you supposed to be doing, so I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna show you. So if it's already like that, then why not do what the fuck I'm being guided to do? Monica! Monica said, call out my name. Monica! We appreciate you so much. I feel the real pouring through your pores. Thank you. I love that. No one can love me like I can love me. Period. And that's what it's all about, honey. Sometimes we have to fuck around and find out. Okay, I'm trying to tell you. I'm like, damn, Spirit, you just gonna do me like, yup, and is. Because this is not what you're being called to do. You keep trying to make excuses. You keep trying to stay in the same boat. And I'm telling you, it's time for you to get in a new boat. I thought you was busy or working on something else, and you were yourself. Exactly. And I do be busy, girl. I'm in school. I'm about to graduate. Shout out to me, honey. I've had the honor roll the entirety of being in school. Every single term I have been on the honor roll. I have been nominated for and to be a part of one of the schools, basically like a sorority. I have also been nominated to speak for my graduation, be the commencement speaker at my graduation. Y'all, your girl has been doing big things. And I've been having my own little, oh my God, y'all, to my daughters. Look at this email. Look what I've been nominated for. Look what I've got. Like, girl, your girl is on the honor roll again. Again and again and again. Okay, I'm just saying, child. So definitely have. And then I also have some other things that I've been doing, but I don't like, when it comes to my other channels, I don't necessarily talk about them. I feel like if you find them, then you're supposed to find them. I don't want it to be a situation where I'm like, oh, well, let me tell everybody about it so they go over there and subscribe. And it ain't about that. Like, y'all, I can't believe I'm about to be done, but I'm about to be done with this part of my schooling. But I'm not done, because your girl is going for her doctorate. You feel me? Dr. True. Okay, put some respect on my name. I'm just saying. But, you know, I'm starting from the beginning. Okay, Anthony. Thank y'all for the congratulations. Again, you have my loyalty in any aspect you choose. Valda, you so sweet. Oh my God, Valda is such a sweet woman. I love you down. I was saying that one day with a message that you sent me, and you be putting sugar at the end. I'm like, oh, I love Miss Valda so much. I love her down, and she don't even know. Exactly. I'm not with the cross promoting too with my channel either. Exactly. Psychology with a concentration specifically for children, because the children become the adults, and if we do not help the children, child, this is why we see the world in the goddamn state that it's in, because many of the adults around did not have the support, did not have the resources when it comes to healing and being able to just have someone that they can talk to, that they can trust, and share whatever experiences they are going through in their personal lives, child. People always talk about protect the children, but the children are the least protected. Women and children are the least protected on the planet. Do y'all understand that? And that's a problem. That's what I'm studying, y'all. That's what I'm doing. And I'm literally about to graduate. I can't believe I have come to the end of this road. Like, I was just talking to my counselor, and she was just like, how do you feel? I'm like, oh my God, how do I feel? I don't know. because this has been a long time coming. And then not only that, y'all don't know this. Thank you for the 888 super chats. I started taking extra classes so that I can graduate early. So do y'all understand? I'm taking regular classes, like doing my regular schooling, and I'm doubling up on courses so that I can expedite my graduation. And I did it. I'm supposed to still be, I'm not supposed to really, originally my graduation date was sometime next year. I'm graduating this year in a couple months. Like, what? So, yes, I've been busy. I've been busy with studying, bruh. And I'm so proud of myself. Oh my God, True, I'm so proud of you. Thank you. I never got a chance to kick it with you in a live. Happy to be here. I'm happy that you're here too. And your message hit so hard because you tapped in psychologically too. Yes. And it's like the thing, that's another thing, like everything I've been learning, it's also been like, oh man, bro, I try to bring that to my readings, but sometimes I feel like it's kind of going over some heads when I'm talking about the nervous system and, you know, the mind and the different parts of the mind. You know, when you, I got you. Let me share something real quick. Cause like I said, I'm supposed to be a commencement speaker, and I've been working on my speech. So I'm gonna let y'all hear a little bit of it. Okay, y'all tell me what y'all think. I'll just let y'all hear a little bit of it. Where did I write it? Y'all don't even understand. I be doing so much damn writing. Okay, so why I have even chosen to the degree that I chose, it stems from wanting to be of support because of my own childhood trauma. Okay. Herbal Kenny, welcome to the live. You can't quit on us. What's wrong with you? Go back and watch the live so you can get caught up with what I'm saying, okay? You booked and busy, a whole parent, and still making time to tap in with us. Yeah, that's true. And I promise y'all don't even understand. I've been staying on top of my schooling. Like my children, they be like, one thing about it, she gonna get that schoolwork done. I'm like, you damn right, I sure am. And it's like without a thought, I'm gonna get my schooling done. And so much so that I took on extra courses so that I could expedite my graduation date. And mind you, one of my children still homeschools. But I digress. Let's get into this a little bit, okay? So I'm gonna start at this point, but just know it's a lot that I wrote before this point, okay? But it says, it's bigger than what many people perceive as the reasoning behind this being, right? Having a rough childhood makes you more likely to drink. Because a lot of people think this. They think, okay, having a rough childhood makes you more likely to drink and smoke and do all the things that could ruin your health. People think this is not science. This is just bad behavior, right? Well, this is exactly where the science comes into play. Early exposure to adversity affects the developing brains and bodies of children. It affects areas like the nucleus accumbens, the pleasure and reward center of the brain, that's implicated in substance dependence. It inhibits the prefrontal cortex, which is necessary for impulse control and executive function, a very critical area for learning. On MRI scans, there can be seen measurable differences in the amygdala, the brain's fear response center. With that being said, there are real neurological reasons why people exposed to high doses of adversity are more likely to engage in high risk behavior. And that is important to know. But it turns out that even if you don't engage in high risk behavior, you're still more likely to develop heart disease or cancer just from childhood trauma, y'all. The reason for this has to do with the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, the brain's and body's stress response system. This governs our fight or flight response. To explain how this system works, I'm going to use an example given by Dr. Nadine Burke Harris. So imagine you're walking through a forest and you see a bear. Immediately, your hypothalamus in your brain sends a signal to the pituitary, which then sends a signal to the adrenal gland that says, release stress hormones. Adrenaline, cortisol floods your body. And so your heart begins to pound in your chest. Your pupils will dilate, your airways open up, and you're ready to either fight the bear or run away from the bear, right? Now, all of this is wonderful if you are in a forest and there is a bear. The problem, however, is what happens when the bear is at home every day and every night. And this system is activated over and over and over again. It goes from being adaptive or life-saving to maladaptive or health-damaging. Children are especially sensitive to this repeated stress activation because their brains and bodies are just developing. High doses of adversity not only affect brain structure and function, they affect the developing immune system, the developing hormonal systems, and even the way our DNA is read and transcribed. And I'm going to leave it there. What y'all think about that? Cancers always have hella babies. I have 5. I have 3. I have 0 babies and never have been married. I'm 41. I've been married twice. And I'm 41 as well. Thank you, Miss Valda. Yes, it used to be helpful, but the nervous system hasn't evolved to understand real stress versus the matrix shit we deal with. But the matrix shit is meant to trigger your nervous system in the ways that it does so. Literally. I have rheumatoid arthritis from trauma as a child. I believe it because literally childhood trauma can lead to cancer. The childhood is truly the foundation of our being. It really is. Deconstructing and rebuilding the foundation is so necessary when raised in high levels of trauma. Facts. But the effects of technology, exactly, all of it is geared to make you sick and weaken your immune system, your nervous system, have you, like, when it comes to this world, it operates, I feel like it is like a oh my God, on the spiritual side of things, like they're farming energy. And so at the end of the day, I have to keep you in a high stress environment to farm your energy. And that's, again, looking at it from a spiritual standpoint. Oh, Miss Velda, I love you down. I'm glad you know. This information is so helpful to understanding the connection to the mind. Yes, and that's what I want to bring to the channel. Like, but it's like, bro, what if I'm bringing this type of information to the channel and it's not received? I don't care about that anymore though, y'all. I promise you I don't, because this is vital information that if you really want to heal your childhood trauma, you need to know how it's really affecting you. This is why I have to constantly take sea moss, because it has natural iodine. Helps settle my anxiety. I'm feeling the same. I'm here because I enjoy you, True. Oh, Anthony, thank you, boo. So proud of you for revealing the honesty about tarot and how heavy it can get. It's unnecessary energy. Yeah, sometimes when you are just staying stuck and stagnant, I feel like in the beginning, everything that I spoke about was needed even in my own journey, my own healing, like getting things off of my chest as well, you know? So I would listen to the readings and like, damn, Spirit, you right about this, you right about that. Like, it was very helpful. But now, and again, the past, I'm going to say roughly 3 years, it has not been necessary for me. Like, I've been being called to other things. I've had more understanding spiritually, but also scientifically, you know, with like my studies and things of that nature. And I be wanting to share that stuff as well and get out of that box of being focused on, oh yeah, they did you like this, Cancer, they're getting their karma. Oh, these people didn't know, but you're the shit, and you're this and you're that. And now they're feeling sad, they feeling down, and now they want to come back. I don't give a fuck about none of that, child. I really don't. Unlearning years of reactions in the subconscious is difficult. It is, especially when you're not even aware, because the subconscious is unconscious. So it's your unconscious behavior. And I said a long time ago in a reading that we are here to make the subconscious mind conscious. We don't really realize, like, when you think about the subconscious, it rules the majority of your body. Your conscious mind does not tell your eyes to blink when they get dry or when they on the verge of being dry. Your conscious mind is not in control of your heartbeat. If it was, you would forget to tell it to beat and you would surely die. Let's be real. So the subconscious controls the functions of the majority of your body. Therefore, it is kind of crazy to think that the subconscious is not also controlling the majority of your decisions. Keeping us in a constant state of fear is the greatest threat to our nervous system, period, and the quality of our mind frame. I love the subject of psychology. This convo is giving me life right now, period, because I love it too. That's why I'm majoring in it, honey. And I'm telling y'all, child, y'all gonna find out whenever that DR is in the front of my name. feasting on energy, facts. And then the things that you're eating, you know, nowadays, hell, is it even really meat? Or some shit that they done created and they slapping the names on it. Like, this is beef, this is pork, this is whatever. Like, child, please. A lot of this shit is not even meat anymore. Not even your spirit, give me the word. They're basically producing things in labs and putting it in the stores for you to purchase and prepare it at home and feed it to yourself and your children if you have them. I love the community in here, True. Maybe you can lead the collective in healing in our own support group. That's the goal, honey. True. I need to let you know that your journey with school also inspired me to go back to school. Yay! See what I'm saying? To learn animation. I didn't know you were studying psychology. Congrats on the honors. Thank you so much, Natalie. You are my favorite. You got me through a lot of tough times and wasn't only about exes or money. You said a lot of life advice that I truly learned a lot from. I'm glad you are putting you first. Miss Gaga, thank you, boo. Genetically modified. Exactly. They are genetically modifying things. That's what I was trying to think of. Thank you for that, Cassandra. Sometimes my brain be going blank, child. I tell people all the time, you're better off eating at an Asian restaurant, not eating cat and dog. Don't say that. Than buying it from a store that has lab grown and MRMA meat. Yeah. That whole eating cat and dog thing is literally the same way people characterize. My brain is going black again to think of the correct word and verbiage that I'm looking for, but the things that people categorize black people under, stereotypes. That's the word. It's a stereotype. Oh gosh. You know your shit is what I think. And you're going to another level. Oh, Miss Valda, thank you. And I want to bring y'all to the level. Those of y'all who want to be on another level. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm never trying to force anybody with anything. I'm just trying to live. And ultimately, I want to share what I have grown to understand in life, if it helps other people to kind of like free themselves from the shackles that's on their minds, you know? That's what I want. I feel like that's like my main driving force, and it has been ever since I started this channel. It's just that somewhere down the line in there, it started kind of shifting gears, and there was a different focus, and that was not making me happy. Valerie, you funny. Never forcing, you just aligning with your evolution and those who are up to speed with it. Yes, prodigy. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what it is. I made my own tofu and not from soy. Period. How did you do it? How did you make it? But yes, we have to take better care of ourselves mentally. Like, even I be talking about I'm gonna get my own therapist. Just because I'm working in that field does not mean I don't need a therapist my damn self. Like, shit, I gotta make sure that I'm good for those that I'm working for too, you know. And staying on top of my mental health, because even with doing that, you're taking on other people's trauma and trying to make sense of it for them, help them through it, help them to make sense of certain things in order to move past it. And so, yes, you want to make sure that you're staying on top of your own mental health as well in that regard. And then, of course, staying on top of things, physically speaking for myself, emotionally speaking, being there for myself, and spiritually. And I kind of feel like lately too, these past couple years, slowly but surely, the spiritual part has been kind of dwindling. And I haven't felt like I've been as tapped in spiritually, because I feel like I've been not listening to a lot of what I've been being given spiritually, you know? You know what's funny? Hot spot. I used to say that when I was, from the time, I remember saying that as early as when I was like in high school, 14 years old, that I'm my own therapist. I used to tell my friends that so much. And it's so funny to me, like this full circle moment of this is literally what you are becoming. Like, take care of yourself before you help others. Oh, definitely that. Definitely that. Sojourner. Yes, honey. That has always been the goal. You don't feel spiritually tapped in because you see through all the bullshit. Definitely that. But also because, like I said, a lot of the nudges, the intuitive nudges that I've been receiving, I've been ignoring them. My daughter is a therapist and she sees a therapist. Exactly. That is important. It's very important in my opinion. And even with what I'm doing right now, this is a form of therapy for me. Like Casey said earlier, you're giving your own reading publicly, like a personal reading for myself, but doing it publicly, you know. But I'm sharing the revelations that I have been receiving over a span of time. And ultimately speaking, I have been depressed, man. I have been, because I've been keeping myself stuck in a certain cycle that I have outgrown. Like, I'm no longer the version of myself, like that wounded inner child. She has evolved, and that is beautiful. Like, that is such a beautiful thing when I think about it. She is not afraid of the same things that she once was afraid of, you know? And feeling the need to kind of like shelter herself, or again, close myself off from the world. And it's not coming from a space of, you know, sometimes we feel like, oh, I'm not that same version of myself. I got rid of it. And, you know, she was weak, or this, that, and the third. No, I do not view any parts of myself as being weak. I did at one point in time. I'm not going to lie about that. But I do not anymore. I accept all parts of me. And that is why I feel like things have changed, because I'm not in this space of feeling like those parts of myself don't deserve love and compassion. Like, I understand why there was fear, why there was distrust, why there was dis-ease when it comes to allowing people in. I get why that was. It makes complete sense because I know my history. But at this point in my life, I don't necessarily have to hang on to the lessons that I learned to protect myself when I was in survival mode. Now I have to allow myself to live, and allow the things that enter into my life without it being attached to that energy or narrative of being in survival. It's nothing for me to survive at this point. Exactly. If you aren't good with yourself, what advice are you really giving others? True. I totally feel you. You got to understand the lesson before teaching others how to navigate theirs. My mind just got blown. Learn something new every day, Dr. True. Girl, these transits, I've been studying that as well. And then some people been booking the deep dive readings. Oh my God, just seeing, I don't know, y'all don't know, but your girl is low-key a nerd. And growing up, I promise you, my siblings used to call me a nerd. I was always head in some book, child. My head was always in a damn book. You know how when you watching TV and somebody talking to you, but you don't hear what they saying because you caught up in the TV? I would be like that within books, and they just be like, bruh, you a nerd. And you know what? I am. I love information. I love it down. These transits, Chiron and in Aries, now in Taurus. Yes, we had the 8-8 portal. Solar eclipse coming up, on the 12th in Leo. Virgo moved into Venus moved into Libra. What else has changed? Uranus is still in Gemini. It's just a lot of activity. And for me, where these placements are hitting in my chart, a lot of mental activity. I can tell by the range of your vocabulary when I watch your reads. Thank you. I've been listening to you for many years. Love you back, maybe dreaming. At the end of the day, you have to take care of you, period. We all have to take care of ourselves. Tuning in. Hey, true and fellow Cancers. Hello, Jalissa. Love being a nerd. Facts, Sojourner. That's true, hotspot. That is very true. But a lot of times, you know what it is? People tend to think that because, like, in that regard, they feel like, well, if you did this or that, what gives you the right to tell me something? What gives them the right is the fact that they've lived it and they've learned from it. Like, sometimes we will reject information because of who it's coming from, because you're judging the person that it's coming from. If the information is to help you better yourself, it doesn't matter who the hell is coming from. Clearly, they have learned something to where they're able to share what they did wrong, their mistakes. It's different when people trying to give you information and tell you to do things that are not helping you to elevate. Now, that is when you're dealing with people who want you to stay stuck. They want you to fail. They're trying to sabotage you, you know? Venus Venus in Libra. Yes, the nodes also just changed, y'all. North node in Aquarius, south node in Leo. And you know what? The north node in Aquarius is hitting a part of my chart that's like, yeah, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. You're on the right track. And I love that for me. Hey, I just got here. What's up, dear True? Hello, Theodora. Or tell you to do things that they don't obviously do themselves. I kind of feel like that one is kind of like a catch-22, because somebody can tell you some good advice about things that you should or shouldn't do, and they are not implementing it in their own lives, but that doesn't mean that the advice is bad. So for example, if I tell you don't smoke crack, but I'm a crackhead, that's good advice. Don't think that just because I'm a crackhead, that means you should follow what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not strong enough to follow my own advice, but I'm giving the advice because I know that it's right. Like my spirit knows I shouldn't be a crackhead and you shouldn't be a crackhead. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Hey, True and Tribe. Been listening in while driving, and it's definitely important not to lose yourself while helping others. Proud of you for choosing yourself and your mental, physical, and spiritual health. Thank you, Lil Bit. Hello, Yolanda. I had to put it together. Welcome. It all comes down to discipline, and some people don't have the discipline to follow their own advice, even though the advice could be good. You know, I can tell you shouldn't be with somebody that's mistreating you and disrespecting you and things like that, but I don't have the strength to not be attached to someone like that in my own life. So I might be in a fucked up relationship, but there's obviously a part of me that knows that this relationship is bad for me, but I don't have the discipline or the strength, the courage even, to leave it. But I'm going to tell you to do the opposite of that, because I know that doing what I'm doing is really not the right thing. You know? It's okay. It's been a while. I just hopped on YouTube and seen this. Thank you for hopping in. But seriously, sometimes that's where we gotta really be careful. Because we will look at, well, you're not even doing this, so why the hell should I take your advice? You know, if I'm telling you to save your money or invest your money in different financial areas, I guess I should say, you know, there are different ways for you to invest your money for it to grow for you to be able to capitalize. But I'm making bad financial choices. That doesn't mean like, look at what it is that I'm doing, and so now my advice is null and void. My advice is no good because I'm not following it. It just really means that the person that's giving you the advice doesn't have the discipline to follow their own advice, but the advice is still sound, you know? And I can understand that, finding it hard to respect it for sure. But that's where it's like you can become the mirror or the example for that person even. You know, again, some people just don't have the discipline. And you can be like, well, you know, I don't respect that this person does not follow their own advice and they're falling victim to the very things that they're trying to tell me about within my life. But you know what? I'm going to actually take the advice if it is good advice. You know, good advice is God advice. That's Kanye. Period. Yay. Okay. But it's like, I'm doing it and I'm showing you how it's done. how it should be done. I should go to therapy. We all should. I condone that. I've really evolved and learned and my own recognition and what's going on despite my feelings. Yeah. The power in me. Okay, let me say this for those of y'all who just came in. I was saying for the past about 3 years now, it has been heavy on my spirit, like feeling like I should just stop tarot altogether. The past few months, I've been more depressed and just feeling like this is not feeding my soul. It's not feeding me when it comes to my purpose anymore. I feel like what I've been doing has not been helping, and so therefore it doesn't feel fulfilling. But spirit has been working on me. Okay, I've been sitting with this feeling for 3 years. Okay, and basically I've come to the understanding that it's not tarot, it's the way that I've been doing tarot. I've been doing it in a way to try to cater to, well, what's going to get people to click? What's going to get people to watch and interact and view the video? Because if I'm doing what I feel like I'm being called to do, what if people think that's boring? And I have entered a space, been entering this space for the past 3 years, but it's been even, like, of course, it has grown like Jupiter energy. It's been an expansion over time of being self-focused, loving myself more, pouring into myself, not looking for anything except outside of myself to fulfill certain things within myself that I can fulfill for myself, because at the end of the day, my love is the best love. You feel me? And so at the end of the day, I feel like the way I've been doing readings, talking about, oh, the past person is in regret, your divine counterpart is coming in, this is gonna be somebody that's gonna love you down, Cancer, oh my God, the money is coming. At the end of the day, you can be not good with your quote unquote star player and get all the money in the fucking world and you're gonna still feel like shit. You can get the man or woman of your dreams and still feel like shit, still feel empty, still feel unhappy and unfulfilled, because at the end of the day, those are just bandages. You're putting a band-aid over the actual problem. You know what I'm saying? And so I have been getting more and more good with the person, like with myself. And so that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the ways that we can heal ourselves scientifically, having scientific knowledge to back it, because I am in the field of psychology. I graduate very soon. And I want to share the things that I've been learning to help people grow and expand within themselves without necessarily looking to any outside influence to make you feel better about yourself, and to really just get down to the root of what's really going on with you. Because until you understand your trauma and how it's affecting you, that shit is going to continue to show up in your life. But I don't talk about those things as much because I feel like it's not going to be well received by people who are still stuck, I guess you could say, on thinking that something external to them is going to make them happy. It's going to fix all of their problems. A lot of times people think, well, if I get that job, then everything will be good. And then they get the job and they find out everything ain't good. They get the house and they find out everything ain't good. They get the relationship and they find out everything is not good. because you're skipping over the thing that actually means something, you know? And so I just want to be more authentic in myself when it comes to walking in my purpose. I said that when I first started this channel, I built it because I wanted to help people. And I was in a stage where the readings were helpful to me as well. And I wanted to build community. But over time, due to many factors, I started sheltering myself, closing myself off, not sharing as much as myself within the collective. And it was out of fear. It was out of distrust, you know, kind of like operating in the same way that I operate in the real world, within the space of this channel, this platform. And that's not where I am anymore. So I want to build community that is supportive of one another, that is open and transparent, you know. Because at the end of the day, it's nothing wrong with me being transparent about my beliefs. Whoever doesn't align with those beliefs, that's fine. It's not like the end of the world. And not just that, but I want y'all to know that I'm a human being, child. Okay, I'm having the same human experience. You feel me? So yeah, I'm quitting doing tarot in the way that I have been doing it before because I can't do it anymore. It's literally draining my soul. So I want to be free enough to evolve in this space and have you guys evolve alongside me. Did I say that right? Did I answer the question? I appreciate that, Yolanda. All the readings are accurate. I'm pretty sure that they are. It's just that, once again, I want you guys that are elevating and growing to get the messages that y'all need also. They have to understand life isn't perfect. It's not you. Thank you, Wanda. But yes, like I remember I used to do these Can We Talks just to sit and talk about like what's on my mind within the world, bro. And a lot of y'all would chime in. We would just have this back and forth dialogue between each other like we've been doing, right? And it is fulfilling. It's like a breath of fresh air to know also that I'm not the only person that's been feeling this way. And that everybody, you know, a lot of people are looking for more, not outside of themselves, but within themselves, you know? Because I damn sure been looking for more, but it's nothing on the outside. Trust me. I feel like I have more than enough things on the outside to prove to me that, yeah, it's not the external things that's going to bring me this peace, this happiness. Like I've been feeling, this is the feeling lately. I feel so at peace within my body. My breathing is different. I don't feel that tightness in my chest or that feeling in my stomach like when you in survival mode. You know what I'm saying? I feel relaxed. I feel relaxed in my freaking body. It's like I know that my nervous system is calm. It's regulated. And it's a weird feeling because it's not a feeling that I'm used to, but it's a feeling that I have nonetheless. For me, your readings always feel like, can we talk? Good. That's good to know, actually. You're my virtual friend. Thank you, Sophie. Y'all are my virtual friends too. Y'all don't even understand. Like, this is also a form of therapy, even for myself, you know? And being able to be myself in a space where it is received by many of you guys. Congratulations on your upcoming graduation. Thank you, Miss Dimples. I remember when you first started school, I started watching when you were going through your journey and moved to Mexico. I'm excited to see what's to come. Thank you so much. I remember you from when I was in Georgia, girl. And I done moved from Georgia to Texas to Mexico. But yes, like there's this peace and willingness even for whatever it is that spirit brings in, good, bad, or indifferent. It's like we gotta stop being afraid of bad things. Like, I'm tired of being afraid of something bad happening, because that just keeps you in survival mode, bruh. Does that make sense? Because we so busy focused. It's like we will overthink and ruminate on negative things, but we never overthink and ruminate on positive things happening for us. That's a problem. If you can overthink and ruminate on negative, you can do the same thing when it comes to the positive. But we don't. We're always preparing for the next disaster, the next catastrophe, the next betrayal, the next heartbreak. I'm tired. I'm just tired of that way of living. LaFay, thank you so much. But yeah, I'm exhausted with living in that way. Thank you, Yolanda. I said you made a run for the border, Taco Bell. Y'all, I just came up on my 3-year anniversary here. It's been a good 3 years. I'm not gonna lie, I've learned a lot, but it has also been hard because I felt like a lot of changes happening within me, you know, that I've been like, what you trying to do, Spirit? Like, what are we doing, bruh? I thought I had this thing figured out. But you know, that's life for you when you're growing, and when you have to understand that you are a work in progress. You're not a finished product. And as long as we're here, we're not finished products. So even having that way of thinking that when I reach this level or that level, like you think you're going to be done. No, you're not. You're still going to be a work in progress. And that's okay. I have learned enough to where I can definitely hold conversations, and I'm still learning, you know. But yes. Because it's a lot of people here, they don't speak English well, you know. Some people do, and then some people don't, you know. So you gotta be able to communicate. Communication is key. Come on, Spirit. That's why it's wise who and what you give your time to. Exactly. And y'all know, like, well, y'all don't know for sure, but truth be told, I have people that I communicate with, of course. Like, I have my friend, my bestie, okay, back in the States, and then my children, of course. Both my daughters are here with me. My son is back in the States. And then I guess you could say I have my romantic interest as well, but at the same time, it's like, that's it. Like, I don't really communicate with a lot of people. And so at the end of the day, I do a lot of self-reflecting. Because even with, like, you know, the people that I talk to, my little circle, I don't mind my circle being small because it's more about quality over quantity for me. And I've had like the big circle in my life of dealing with and talking to so many different people, friends with so many different people, and the shit was not fulfilling because of the quality of the people that I was around, you know? But I digress. At the end of the day, I do a lot of self-reflecting because it's a lot of things that I don't share. And I have my reasons for not sharing them even with the people that I commune with. But it stemmed from kind of a space of, I don't feel like I can share this with this person or share that with that person. Or sometimes you just don't have the answers. Like, I don't like bringing things up. Like, if I say, oh, I'm not feeling good, I'm feeling depressed, and then the question is, well, why? What's wrong? I don't know. I don't know is the answer. And it's just like, bro, I'd rather just not say anything, because until I figure out what's really the problem or what's really going on, then I can talk about it. Yes, and I have been in that space of feeling alone in a room full of people, child. Trust me. Trust me when I tell ya. Your girl is definitely a very social individual. And at one point in time, the places that I found myself is people everywhere, but I just feel like I'm by myself. And I'm that person that, like, I have to also take a break from being around so many people. So let's say I'm at a party. Child, I'ma disappear a few times in the night. You gonna be calling and texting my phone like, where you at? I'm outside. I need to recharge. The fuck? I needed to get away from everybody. I'm somewhere ducked off outside by myself. And whoever is hitting me up to find out where I'm at, I got to tell. It's like they talking on the phone. Where you at? I'm outside. Where you at out here? They got to come find me. That's real life, okay? I always get more out my small circle quality versus the big circle, surface level or low vibe people. Exactly. And I do love my alone time as well. I spent a lot of time alone as a kid. Of course, there were reasons behind that, but that's because that's a pattern that has developed in my life. So I feel better sometimes by myself than with other people. And in some ways, that's why I can say that through my own lived experiences, that we can really focus on the external, like, oh, this person is emotionally unavailable, for example. But if I'm being real with myself, I'm very emotionally unavailable. Like, I prefer, I know that there have been situations where people want my, I guess you could say, company or friendship, love, whatever, child. But I'm so used to the pattern of being by myself that sometimes I have sabotaged certain relationships, or you could just say I will just ghost people. Like, I'm not available. And that's something, a hard lesson that I have had to learn for myself as well over the years. Like, Damn, you're not as available emotionally as you think you are, honey. If you being real with yourself, you will literally push people away, and so that you can be by yourself. And then when you by yourself, now you talking about why you don't have people sometimes, you know? And it's because you push people the fuck away, because there's some part of you that feels safer when you're by yourself than when you're entertaining other people. So you will look for reasons to push their ass away. You're welcome, Yolanda. Thank you, Yolanda. You will find them, Sophian. You will. You just have to be patient with yourself and allow yourself to align with the right people. Because you can have friends. It's just, are they going to be the caliber of friends that you want or need in your energy? Thank you, Miss Dimples. I just be speaking from what my lived experience has been, and unapologetically being authentic to what that experience has been as well, because it's so easy to focus on the external person, but truth be told, the people that enter into our lives are only mirrors of who we are in some way, fashion, or form. That doesn't mean that you operate identical to the person. You know, when you're looking in a mirror, you're not seeing the identical reflection. You feel me? You're seeing a flipped reflection that is not accurate. So that's why we can't just be like, for example, oh, I met somebody they did me so wrong, they were a cheater and da da da, I will never do this or I will never do that. You do things, but you have different reasons for why you do certain things. Some people can be emotionally unavailable because they're doing it out of a means of control. You can be emotionally unavailable because you're doing it out of a means of protection. Same shit, just a different reason for why you do it. You know? And so sometimes it's not about looking at the external person and judging them. It's more so about looking at them and saying, in what ways is this a reflection of me, Spirit? Show me. Teach me. What is it about this person that is a reflection of me that I need to grow beyond and elevate within myself so that I don't have to attract this type of energy anymore? Does that make sense? Y'all following me? But y'all, I really hope that this live was as therapeutic for you guys watching as it was for me doing it. I'm really glad that I decided to do it, actually. And I'm just looking forward to whatever it is that Spirit allows, because I've had my conversation with Spirit and I told Spirit, this is your channel. This ain't my channel. This is the Divine's channel. And I want you to channel whatever it is that you need to channel through me to your people. Y'all are not my subscribers. Y'all are not my followers. Y'all are followers and subscribers to the Divine, period. And so whatever it is that comes out, I really hope that it aligns with all of you guys, starting with this particular live and moving forward. I'm definitely thankful to you all for all of the love that you guys have poured into me throughout the years. For those of y'all who have been around for a long time, okay? You're not new to this. You are true to this. I appreciate y'all so very much. I love you guys. down, okay? You don't even understand, because you are God's people. You're the divine's people. You belong to spirit. And as long as we are all on the same frequency and wavelength, I do believe that if it's meant for you, you're here for a reason, you know? And so that makes us tribe, that makes us family. So I thank y'all for being here and sharing with me in this space. And I'm gonna catch y'all later, child, because I've been talking. I'm just realizing we 2 hours in. And I know y'all have lives just as much as I do. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Once again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm gonna catch y'all real soon in another one. And until then, take care, my Cancers. Oh, don't worry. We're going to do more of these. That's what spirit is calling for. Miss Gaga. All the best to you all. Take care, Cancer.